Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. My name is Doc Holly. I'm a physical therapist and I love fitness. Today we're going to check out a new gym. I'm here trying out a gym called Elevation Fitness in Miami. I've been eyeing it. I am a little bit nervous. I usually work out at a university gym and the students just came back after winter break, so it's a little too crowded for my taste, especially, you know, I like to film for you guys, and this will probably be better for that, but we'll see. I'll let you know after, of course. We'll chat after about that. Today I'm doing a glutes workout. I am in a deload week. I've been pushing it hard lately. My body really needs it, and it's like that time of the month, so it's usually when I try to plan my deloads anyways. So keep watching and let me know what you think. I'm going to share with you my experience trying out a new gym in hopes that it helps you if you're a beginner or if you're switching gyms or something and you feel like you have a little bit of gym intimidation, because I had a lot more than I thought I would, like walking in, just seeing like all the new equipment. So I definitely made mistakes along the way, but I knew that I was going to look silly sometimes and I was okay with it. My first mistake, I told you I was doing a deload workout, so I meant to do 95-pound RDLs. However, I accidentally grabbed kilograms because I didn't realize the weight plates were in kg. So I did more weight than I wanted to, like 155 if it were in pounds. And you know, that's pretty heavy. I didn't want to look too silly like taking on and off, so I just kept it. I was like, all right, let's do it. So I did 3x5 with this weight, and it actually kind of empowered me to like just feel strong. Then my hip thrust was next, so I wanted to try this hip thrust machine, but I couldn't figure out how to even load the weight without the barbell flailing everywhere. So you can see it. I'm like looking at it. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out if I want to ask somebody. But since I'm already over here, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it with the bar, see how it feels, and then decide if I want to keep like trying to figure out or ask somebody. But I didn't like the way it felt. It was kind of awkward. And I knew this gym has another hip thrust machine. So after this, I actually just left. I didn't even load the bar at all and went to the other machine, and I'm glad that I did. So I found this hip thrust bench setup, which was way better. It already had 95 loaded. So I was like, all right, I'll start with it. I didn't realize that you could shut the blinds behind me. So I'm like getting just obliterated by the sun. You can see like sweating profusely here, so I just like cranked these out, and then another girl who wanted to do hip thrust came over. She shut the the blinds so that we were more shaded, which was super helpful, and then we worked in together, which made me feel like, you know, part of a community, working in with somebody I was striking up conversation. And it's nice to do it. It's nice to feel like you have a friend at the gym or somebody that you can talk to, or, you know, whatever. So we worked in on the hip thrust. I figured out how to, go find where the weights were and load it so that the next set I could go up to 135. I put on a 45 on each side. And I planned to just keep it light today. I wasn't sure how light I was going to go just because, the new gym setting. So I went up to 225 and kept it there. Usually on my heavy days, I would go up to 365-ish with the pyramid. So this technically, even though it seems like a lot of weight for me and my body, it was a deload. As you can see, now it is more shaded behind me. This is the 135. I don't think I actually have from this angle me doing 225 because I filmed that vertically so I could post it to Instagram too. But you can see that I'm doing the scoop method. So I keep my shoulder blades still on the platform or the bench, whatever you're using. And then from there, I drop my hips as much as I can, hinging at them. Then I lift them up, scoop them under, squeeze my butt. I really want you to get that mind muscle connection. I like to push through my heels on this one, and sometimes my left glute wants to take over, so when I go really slow, I can be more mindful about pushing with both feet. That's a common thing, not everybody does, but we're not completely symmetrical, so you might have one side that's a little bit more powerful or stronger than the other, so just something to keep in mind. I did come in with my typical plan that I was going to do, thinking that I might try some other equipment too, but this made me feel comfortable coming in with a plan, knowing what exercises I was going to do, how many I was going to do, and just like I already felt confident with these certain machines. So that is a good idea if you're trying out a new gym or you're there for the first time. Come in with a plan. Maybe know certain ones that you feel comfortable with, and don't be afraid to ask somebody how to use certain equipment, maybe that you're working in with, or the gym staff, and just listen to your body. I like to go slow, time under tension, to make sure that I'm doing the form right, and it fatigues my muscles since I'm going super slow. It's just another way to fatigue them and have that muscle tension going the whole time so that I can break down the muscle, which is what you do when you lift weights, so that you can build it up when you rest through sleeping, making sure that your workouts aren't overdoing it so that you don't have time to rest. All of that is just part of the strategy. This lighting is so bad on the hack squat, so I'll show you like one rep with it, and then I'm going to switch to the vertical view that looks a little bit better. This hack squat is different than the machine at my gym that I was going to before. So I asked somebody who was using it before me how to use the lever in order to rack and unrack it. So don't be afraid to ask for help from somebody close by, once again, or the gym staff. And I really loved this hack squat machine. I can get more depth than I can on the one at my gym, so I went a little bit lighter, which I was doing anyways because of the deload, and just like worked on form and going as deep as I could. The lower you go in a squat, you actually do get more emphasis on the glutes, which allows you to build them up more. So work on your depth. It definitely makes a difference if you're working on growing the glutes with me. Let's go. Then my last exercise was the hip abduction machine. This gym has a couple different ones, but this one is the one that I'm most familiar with. So it's like, I'll start with this one and I'll try out the other one next time. And Brett Contreras says that it's better to put like a little pad in between your thighs and the machine, and they actually had these here, so somebody knows that that's the way to do it. At the other gym, I would just put like my hands in between my thighs and the machine, which works too, but this way it allows me to hold the machine for balance and go super slow, squeezing my outer butt, glute med area in order to move that machine out and not allow for, any swinging of my torso or any sort of compensation. I'm just focusing on using that muscle specifically in my butt, and I really felt it. I did 3 sets of 12, not too crazy on this one, and the last few reps were like getting slower and tougher. I love to do an external rotation or an abduction one to just round out the glutes. It's a good call. You guys, I'm proud of myself. I did it. It's a little bit scary joining or even just trying out a new gym. And honestly, I was a little bit more intimidated than I thought I was going to be. Just being around people that are people are super fit, like a ton of bodybuilders in this gym, which is one of the reasons why I was excited about it, to get around people who challenge me a lot. So that was cool. I was bummed out because I can't use my actual camera. You can film on your phone, so you'll see all the videos are filmed on my cell phone. They don't allow actual cameras unless you pay a fee. So I really wanted to be able to use my Canon to just get like super good quality. But that's okay. There's a holiday pass, so it was free for 2 weeks. So I literally just work out for free, and that's until the end of January. So I'm gonna stick it out and work out here for another week. and see how it goes, and then I'll make the decision if I'm gonna like stay here or try out another gym or just go back to my old one. But it ended up not being as much of a deload workout as I thought it was gonna be, just because I was figuring new stuff out and some stuff was harder than I thought I was gonna be, but that's okay. I feel great. I kept it an hour. And yeah, I'm just proud of myself. So do something that scares you and don't be afraid to feel silly starting out something new. You gotta suck at first, right? You have to start somewhere. If you're new to your fitness journey or are in a place where you're just like doing something that scares you, like, I'm so with you. Comment below if you resonate or you're with me in this. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. I'll see you next video.